Hey Cowboys Nation! If you don't want to miss any first-hand news from America's team, subscribe to the channel now, as we are always attentive to the latest news from the Dallas Cowboys, and here you will always be in the know with. The Dallas Cowboys have already made one major addition to the wide receiver group, and they could be due for another in the coming month. The Cowboys made waves by trading for Brandon Cooks, bringing in the former Houston Texans wide receiver to raise the level of talent but also add some important experience to the position group. Now, they could be looking to the other end of the experience spectrum and adding a young talent. NFL media insider Ian Rapoport reported that Dallas and TCU wide receiver Quentin Johnston had a visit on April 4th. TCU wide receiver Quentin Johnston spent Monday visiting the Chiefs on a top 30 visit and was with the Cowboys yesterday, source said. He flies to Baltimore for a Ravens visit tomorrow. Rapoport posted on Twitter Johnston is coming off a breakout season with the Horned Frogs in 2022 that saw TCU make a run to the 2022 National Championship. The 6 feet 3 inches wide receiver is now taking the next step, but he could stay in Dallas if the Cowboys take him in the 2023 NFL Draft. Johnston shows out for TCU. After 2 years with TCU, Johnston had made a significant contribution but hadn't really established himself as a top prospect for the NFL. His 2022 season changed that for good. As part of a high-flying Horned Frogs offense that averaged 38.8 points per game, Johnston developed a connection with QB Max Duggan and began to be a physical nightmare for most corners. Sports Reference states that Johnston brought down 60 receptions in 2022, totaling 1,069 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns. That has given him a platform to increase his draft stock, which could lead to a first-round selection. NFL.com's Lance Zierlein describes him as a height-weight-speed prospect, who still needs technical work, but has all the athletic capabilities required to be a problem for NFL corners. Johnston is a long-striding vertical threat who can open up and separate when allowed to keep his feet moving in space, Zierlein writes. His elevation and catch radius create an expansive target area down the field, but his overall success rate on contested catches is way lower than it should be for a receiver of his size. Johnston isn't a perfect prospect, but he's got a lot to like and a skill set that isn't directly present with the current group of Cowboys wide receivers. Hey Cowboys fan! In your opinion, Johnston would be a good signing for the Cowboys or not? What's your opinion? Put it in the comments because it's very important for the Dallas Cowboys. Stay tuned because at any time I update you on the latest Cowboys news.